Hi, I'm Jennifer Anderson. It's Tuesday night, Rockstar Rally Night, my favorite night of the week where I get to spend it with all of you. And tonight we have an amazing guest speaker, and we were just talking about recruiting, building your team, bringing people into your business, and how you never know when one person that you meet could change your business forever. Just like Kristen Ingalls, who's our guest speaker tonight, changed my business forever. Kristen joined Scentsy in 2014. Oh my gosh, that seems like, I can't believe it was that long ago. It feels like not that long ago. Kristen joined Scentsy in 2014, and Kristen and I have known each other for many years. We went to college together, and we had, stayed friends, but just kind of lost contact over the years and just kind of were able to connect with social media. And long story short, Kristen joined Scentsy, thank goodness, and changed my business forever. Truly, I really mean that, and not just in the way that she works, and I'll let her tell her story. It's incredibly inspiring. She promoted to the very top of our company in 2 years. 2 years is all it took her to get to the very top of Scentsy. But because Kristen was so awesome, the way that she changed my business is she made me level up, basically. And you never know when you can recruit someone or have someone join your team that will make you level up. I saw how she was working. I saw how much she dreamed. I saw how goal-oriented she was, and that made me want to be better. And so, Kristen, I know I've said this before, but again and again and again, I'm so grateful for you. And you've changed my life, and you've changed my business just by being a part of it. And so I feel really lucky that we get to do this together. And I can't imagine my life or business without you, seriously. But Kristen, today, you guys, Kristen has been a surgical oncology nurse for the last 7 years. Almost 9. Okay, even more and crazy. She's been in Scentsy for 7 years. So she's been a surgical oncology nurse for almost 9 years. And she's an incredible mama to 2 almost men, growing boys. And but today, Kristen retired from her nursing career. Kristen retired. Yeah, clap for her. It's freaking incredible. And I know that comes with a lot of different emotions, but today she worked her last shift and said goodbye to that world. And so now Kristen is fully and completely and totally in charge of her life, and it's all because of Scentsy. And so I can't wait for you to hear from her. She's going to share with us all about it tonight, and take it away, babe.
So, number one, I love you, Jenny. And I wouldn't be here without you, like without you believing in me and calling me 3 times until I joined. I wouldn't, you were persistent, and I needed that. I needed that, that belief from someone else and myself. So thank you. And I love you. So, like Jen said, I've been with Scentsy now for 7 years, and I didn't have time to plan. Of course, I'm in my scrubs. Like, I literally texted Jen on the way home. I said, I got out of work late. I'm trying to get home. I'm going to roll in. And this has been my life for the past 7 years. This is what I've done. I have gone to work. I've been doing coaching calls on the way into work. I've been doing coaching calls on the way home from work. I text customers while I'm at work. I bring basket parties to work with me. I drop orders off to and from work. I have been doing this for 7 years, like literally working and working and working to build, because I didn't know how to do anything else. Like, I never knew how to not go for what I wanted. And for so long with Scentsy, I didn't really know what I was working towards, and I know there's probably some people on this call who, we talked about this at the fabulous leadership retreat, which I'm going to mention in a minute, but there's probably people on here who you don't know why you're doing Scentsy. You don't have a legit, like, this is my dream, this is my goal, this is what I'm doing. But guys, I'm here to tell you that sometimes you don't know. You don't know what the next season of life is going to bring. You don't know where you're going to be in 5 years. Did I know I was going to go through a divorce 3 years ago? No, I had no idea. I didn't know I was going to become a single mom. I didn't know I would have to support my children on my own. I didn't know any of that. But if I hadn't have worked the way that I did in that season before, I wouldn't be where I am now. And I wouldn't have had Scentsy during that season to support me and my kids. I would have probably had to sell my house. I would have maybe gone bankrupt. I don't know what would have happened to me. And sometimes we don't know what we're working towards, and that's okay. You don't have to know. I know people struggle all the time with, I don't know what my why is. It's okay. You don't have to have a why. Just work. Just move in your business every single day, a little bit, even if it's a little bit, because you don't know what you're working towards. Okay. See, I already got off on a trail. But so, okay, how did I get here? I literally wrote down what Jen texted me as I flew into my office a couple minutes ago. Number one, how did I get here? Okay. So I've been with Scentsy for about 7 years. And when I first joined, I was on fire, y'all. I don't even know what it was. Jen would give me a mission and I would text her back, I'm on it. And all of a sudden I would just go to work. She'd be like, you got to recruit this many people. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like I would just work and I would work and I would work. And that's how I got to SSD in 2 years. I worked. I made a goal. I got to that goal. And then I kept moving for 2 years and I promoted and it was crazy. I didn't realize how crazy it was that I did what I did. I don't even think I realized it until not too long ago. I'm like, I can't believe I kind of did that. That was nuts. So I had a growing season for a couple years, a good couple years. I had a big growing season. Then I kind of leveled out a little bit and got a little steady there. You know, I didn't grow, but I also didn't go, like I did not get paid a title. But then I was steady and then I came back down. And that's when I stopped getting paid a title for like 2 months. And I was like, man, I need to get my mess together. And I came back up. You're going to go through all these times in your season, in your business, different seasons in your business. You're going to grow. You could become completely steady. You could dip a little bit. That's the nature of the beast, guys. This is what we do. But what you have to realize is that you don't have to stay in that season of business. If you realize I'm not getting paid a title, okay, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I wasn't getting paid a title. I almost didn't get paid a title a couple months ago as an SSD. And Jen texted me and I was like, I got to figure this out. What am I doing? Like, I know what to do. We all know what to do. But it's your job to recognize the season of business that you're in. And if you're not comfortable with that season, you got to move and you got to change. So when I went through my divorce 3 years ago, I was kind of chilling. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was kind of chilling. There is a reason behind all this story that I'm going through right now. I promise you guys, there's an end to it. And when I went through my divorce 3 years ago, I had to make a choice. I was either going to go back to school to be an NP because I had always kind of envisioned myself doing that. And then I could make up the difference in the money that Scentsy was providing me at that time to support my kids. I'm a very like financially money person in my head. It made sense to me. But then I also had this thing in my hand, Scentsy, this gift. And it was just sitting there. And I was like, if I just put more effort into this, I could do crazy things and I could be home with my kids more. So why am I going back to school to be an NP when I already have this right here in front of me? So for a year, I pushed as hard as I could and I grew. The first year that I was going through my divorce, I grew. I grew as a person. I grew my business. And then life hit me upside the head. COVID hit. I started working 1 million hours at the hospital. My aunt died. I had a friend who I was very close with died. There were so many, my house has been falling apart. There's been so many things that have happened in the past 2 years. I didn't dip down, maybe for 2 seconds or two, but for the most part, for the last 2 years, I have stayed steady in my business. I haven't grown. I haven't gone down really. I've just kind of maintained the same thing. And I can't lie to you guys, I'm proud of myself for that. And I think for a long time, I was hard on myself, but I'm proud of myself because today I maintained that business like I did, even when I was tired. So today I could leave. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it. So if you're maintaining because life is slapping you upside the face right now, and you physically don't have the time, energy, emotional capacity to grow in your business right now, it's okay. But do your best to maintain as much as you can in this season. And know that you're not always going to be there. So, God, y'all, I'm so sorry. But no. So I went through this season for 2 years where life was just whatever. And it's been rough. And then I went to this retreat. And for a long time now, I have been thinking about not resigning from the hospital. I had thought about cutting back my hours. I'm going to cut back my hours. I'm going to cut back my hours. Guess who didn't cut back her hours? Me. I didn't. And to be honest, you know why? I was afraid. I was afraid that if I quit nursing, if I resigned, that my business would fail. I was afraid that I was going to go bankrupt, that I was going to go into foreclosure, that I was not going to keep a roof over my kids' heads because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't. I didn't think that I could do it. And I also loved nursing, and it wasn't my time to leave yet. But at the end of the day, I didn't believe in myself to do it. So then we go on this retreat, okay? And I had already been thinking about this, toying with the idea of cutting back my hours significantly, blah, 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 talking and talking about it. And then we go to this retreat, and I'm around these girls who had so much belief in me. And I was like, they think that I can do it. Like, why don't I think that I can do it? Sometimes the only thing that you can do is just jump in. When you're afraid, you got to jump. I was afraid. So guess what? I was like, shoot, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go resign. I said that one day, and the next day I walked in there and I resigned. And she told me to stay 5 weeks to 2 months. You know what I said? No. I give you 2 weeks. That's it. 2. And at that moment, y'all, I had so much peace because I knew that I was going to be fine. And then today, even all of this, I am so freaking excited to do this. I am so excited. My mom is moving here from Massachusetts. I mean, she's a young spruce and all, but she's not young, you know what I'm saying? I want to spend every minute with my mom and dad that I can. They're moving here. So why would I choose to go to a hospital for 13 hours when I could be sitting on a porch drinking coffee and working Scentsy with my mom? And you know what? That might not be all of your choices, and that's okay. But I was stuck in my own way. I was stuck in my own way. And it's crazy because now I'm not even literally, I know that I can do this. Y'all, Scentsy is simple. It's not hard. Some of it is mechanical, but that's what's great about it. There's passion in Scentsy, but there's also mechanics and there's systems in place so you cannot fail. But you have to believe in yourself and you have to put that effort in. You have to. So that's what I'm going to do. This is what we're going to do. So I got here because I literally went through this kind of steady season. And I grew before that. But now, my goal for the next year is to double my group size. I did that 3 years ago. I doubled my group size. I doubled my paychecks. I want to double my group size. Me and Jen, we're about to do it. It's about to be on like Donkey Kong, okay? And I want to take all of you guys with us. The next question is, how does it feel? To have something like Scentsy that is such a blessing become something that can support me and my children, to sit here and do this and to talk to you guys and sit on my porch and text customers and to do drop offs and like, that's going to be my life. And I can drop my kids off at school and I can cook dinner and I cannot struggle and I can fix my house and do everything that I've wanted to do for so long. But I had this thing, it was a badge. I had to clock in and I had to clock out. And I had someone else making the decisions and the choices for me. But I'm at a place in my life where I want the option to be there. I want to have the option. And I think that's what Scentsy, what's so beautiful about it is Scentsy gives us options. We can choose what we want. You can choose it to stay at home. You can choose whatever you want when you have that financial backing, when you have that security. And no, I'm not just in Scentsy for the money. Y'all know this. I love this business. I believe in this business. But at the end of the day, I got to pay my bills. But what you guys don't realize on this journey with Scentsy is you don't just grow financially, you grow as a person. You will meet people in this business who will change your life. Those girls gave me belief in myself so I could do this for my kids. And I'm forever grateful for that. I love all of you guys. I love all of you on here regardless, but that was something. Everybody on here has to get to director or above so you can all come on the leadership retreat. Okay? Let's do it. So it feels good. It feels good. You know what else feels good? Working hard and knowing at the end of the day you did good in your business that day. Doesn't that feel like it feels good? I don't feel good when I know I should have done 10 things in my business. Instead, I was chilling doing something else. That doesn't feel good. It feels good to work. And I have like found a new love in this business. And my business is not the same that it was a year ago, maybe even 6 months ago, to be honest. Like, it's completely different. And it's okay if your business changes with whatever season that you're in. It can change. My business is different now, but I'm excited about it. I was trying to maintain for the past 2 years. So I feel like I lost the joy a little bit, to be honest. And that's sometimes hard to say, but it's okay to say it because you have to realize that so you can move on from it. But I love this business. I love you guys. And I can't even believe what's going on right now, Jen. I'm just so confused. I'm kidding. But guys, at the end of the day, life is going to hit you no matter what when you're in this business. Like, things are going to happen. You're going to go through seasons of life when things are really bad. I've had so many people even on here message me and just tell me, like, I'm so thankful for your story and how strong you've been and what you've gone through. And it's crazy because to me, it was just my life. And I had to get up and move every single day. I didn't have a choice. I had to move. And sometimes things are going to be hard, but you have to make a choice to move in your business and move in your life and not get stuck in a season too long. Don't get stuck in that season too long. Realize my biggest thing in life these days, y'all, I'm such a crazy hippie. I get it from my mother. My motto is to protect my peace in every way. And if for some reason there's something that doesn't feel at peace in my life, whether it's my physical health, my mental health, my emotional health, my business, my finances, anything, whatever is, there's something off, don't let it stay there too long. Figure out why you're not at peace in every way in your life. But it's your job to change that. Don't stay there. We all deserve peace. We all deserve to be happy and whole and have whatever we want in our business, in our life, and all the things. So today I resigned as a nurse. And tomorrow I wake up and I get to be a work at home mom with my children, and I get to drop them off at school, and I get to pick them up every day, and I get to cook dinner, which I love to do and I never get to do. And I get to fix my house up the way that I want to, and I get to do all of this because of Scentsy. Because I didn't stop working even when I was tired, even in the hardest seasons of my life. I just got up and moved because of Scentsy. So that's that.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. And I loved what you kept saying, like everything that you're talking about is freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. You're giving yourself the gift of freedom, and I think people need to know that for many years you've been making enough money with Scentsy where you could have left nursing years ago. Yeah. I think people need to know that, but it was so powerful to hear you say that even as a superstar director, fears are still there, right? Or that thought that like maybe I don't have what it takes, or maybe I can't do this, or maybe this is just a fluke. Like all of those things still exist, even for superstar directors, right? So what do you think was the thing that helped you like climb out of that or overcome that fear? And I know just from conversations we had, you had talked about like, you were sick and being home for a couple weeks, but like what do you feel like was the thing that, really helped you kind of decide that no more, am I going to let this?
So to be super honest, my kids need me now more than ever. I have them 100% of the time. I haven't had them 100% of the time for the past 3 years, but I did have them a lot, but now I have them 100% of the time. And I know people say that parents need to be home when kids are young and stuff, but these boys are teenagers and they need me. So I chose them. And I think that's pushed me a lot in my life is my kids. And I also knew that they deserve for me to believe in myself. They deserve for me to be the best mother that I can possibly be for them. And this, being exhausted like this and running yourself ragged, y'all, it's not it. I walked into my A&M's office yesterday because she's been very upset since I gave my resignation. She didn't take it well. She hasn't talked to me. I walked in there because she called me and said, I'm not going to see you anymore. Can you come in here and say goodbye? I said, yeah, I'm coming in there. I've worked with these people for 9 years. It's been almost a decade. They're like my family. So I walk in there. Her desk is covered in mess. She's stressed beyond belief. And I looked at her and I said, you're not upset with me. You're upset with whatever this is that's going on here, this chaos. I said, Brittany, there is more to life than feeling this way. Because her husband owns a business. She's trying to help him run it. She's a nurse, all the things. She's doing what I'm doing, essentially, at the end of the day. And I was like, you don't have to live this way, guys. You don't have to live that way. You don't have to live running here and running there and having 3 jobs and doing all these things. You don't have to live that way. That's a choice that you're making. That's a choice that I made for years. And my mental health, my physical health, my kids, it all suffered for it. So I chose my kids. I chose to believe in myself. And I also know I'm going to be fine. Like, I'm like, Kristen Ingalls, do you not remember who you are and what you've done? You can do this.
I love it. I think that's so powerful. You made me cry, which is,
I made you cry.
Yes, I know. I'm such a softie since I had a kid, but so what are you going to do on your first day of official freedom tomorrow? Are you going to sleep in? Or are you going to party hard all day?
Where's my mom? Because I called her this morning. I have been thinking about, so I've never done this in my entire life. I have never binge watched Netflix for like most of the day ever. I've never done that, and I've always wanted to.
That sounds like a good plan.
I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm either going to do that, or if I wake up and have a ton of energy, I'm gonna go to the gym and work all day. So I mean, not work, you know what I mean? Do a whole lot of good stuff. I'm excited to work. I really am. So I'm like, we'll see how it is in the morning, how tired I am.
And you said you love to cook. So what's the first meal you're gonna cook for your boys?
Chase will probably ask for stuffed shells, and I'll defer as much as possible, but I'll probably do it.
I love chicken salad. Kristen's famous chicken salad. I love it. Well, listen, you are one inspiring lady, and we are just honored to have had you share with us tonight. And for real, man, you inspire me like every day, all the time, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy for you. And welcome to the world of being your own boss.